Takeaway number 2. Are there any skips? Now, that's always been like a weird question to me. If an album has any skips, it's different for everyone. It's different to like everyone about like what skips, are, because like some people like trap, some people like pure hip hop. So like some people don't I don't know, some people just don't always vibe with the same songs. But to me, if there were any skips on this album, not saying there are because we haven't had that much time to I haven't had that much time to digest it. Like by the time I'm recording this video, it's been a month since he dropped the album. So who knows, right? But if there were any skips, I'm looking at my notes, by the way. If there are any skips, it is Pride of the Devil. I like the song. I like what the song is stating. I like what the song stands for. I like the song. And it's pretty impressive to get through 6 songs on the album and then get to a skip. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of the songs be no skips. So that's pretty impressive, in my opinion. It's one of the longest songs thus far. We've gotten used to like the 1 verse, 2 chorus, or like the type of structure he has for songs so far. So to hear like this not extra long song, because it's not that long in retrospect, but in this album it's a pretty long-ish song. So that may be it, because it's one of the more different songs in terms of structure. But another reason is because I don't like Lil Baby's verse. I think it's okay. It's just like, it's just not, I don't like it that much. Do I like the switch up? Because at first in the verse, like J. Cole starts rapping and then it bleeds into Lil Baby. I think I could have done without it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have any critiques on why I didn't like it. I just didn't like Lil Baby's voice on this track. That's probably the amount. And it didn't hit me like, oh snap. Like when I'm listening to rap music, I like to be like, oh dang, like I didn't even know he said all that. I didn't have that feeling listening to it. He didn't say anything worthwhile is what I'm trying to say. It's a calmer song, and it's a bridge from the first half of the album to the second half. First half of the album is like hype, like you're doing that, right? Second half of the album is for the people who wanted to hear 2014 Forest Hills Drive Part 2. You're welcome. This is what you got. I didn't necessarily want to hear that. I already heard it in 2014 when I was in high school. I wanted the off season to be something new, and it definitely was. But I'm just saying, like some people in my inner circle love the fact that like the second half turned into 2014 Forest Hills Drive Part 2, and I did too, like for nostalgia purposes, but it hit them differently. What are you barking for? My third takeaway is that this was a mixtape, and of course it was sold and marketed as an album, but there's so many things that I don't know why he's barking like this. Do I record? There's so many things that make it feel like a mixtape. For one, the 1 verse 2 chorus structure, like chorus verse chorus outro. A lot of mixtapes in my experience, mixtapes are usually for the artist to get like their feet wet before they produce a bigger, more elaborate piece of art. And because of the song structure, as I previously stated, because of the introduction by Cameron, gave it that 2000s hip hop era feel of mixtapes, of like all that stuff. A lot of the verses J. Cole when he was rapping sounded like one takes. It didn't sound like there was a lot of engineering going in, like he did like 17 takes, and then we put the first take here and then the second take and the fourth take. And you know what I'm saying? There wasn't a lot of I like to call like puzzle piecing. Like you weren't like doing this with the certain bars or lines in the verses. It sounded like he was like, okay, like use this take, use the whole thing, And of course, like, again, I'm not a musician, so I don't know. I know the difference sonically, but again, I could be wrong. Maybe his engineer is just that good that it sounded like he does have money. So maybe the engineer is just that good that he sounded like he took all that in one take. But to me, it sounds like he took all of that in one take. Um, the mixes of his vocals sounded like he left it unmixed on purpose, or he did a little bit of tweaking, not a bunch. I personally I like mixtapes, or I like when artists go for a more mixtapey feel, and plus the samples too. Like he used a lot of samples, but I like that. I like when artists go for a more mixtapey feel because it sounds more authentic. It sounds more less like a production, more like art. And I love art, as you can see. Like I love art. That for me made it more enjoyable to listen to.